we've been trying to find out what matters to you. We've sent our reporter Bradley Harris out to Altrincham, about 10 miles away from Manchester city centre. Hello again to you, Bradley. What are you up to this time?
Yeah, hello, good morning both. The rain, I was going to say, has just stopped, but it started to pick up again now here in Altrincham. But as I say, it wouldn't be Manchester without its rain, would it? I've come a little bit away from the high street. I've come into the suburbs because, of course, it is about what matters to you on GB News. So I've come to this lovely street here, Moss Lane. They've got a lovely local pub. They've got a petrol station that we're going to be visiting a little bit later on as well, because of course we're going to be talking about fuel. This resident here, Steve, who I'm going to be chatting to, has an electric vehicle. You'd think that might help him with fuel. It does. Of course, it's going to be cheaper, but what impact is it going to have on his energy costs? Well, let's give you that doorbell sound. There you go, and chat to Steve, who is on the other side of the door. Steve, so good to have you on GB News. You're live on television and on the radio for our listeners this morning. Good morning, by the way.
Amazing, good morning.
Yeah, good to have you with us. Can I just ask you about the electric car you got on the drive? First of all, you're plugging that into the house, is that right?
Yep, that's correct. It's a 7 kilowatts charger. Blocked into the house, yeah.
Right, so in terms of fuel costs, they are going up massively at the minute. I just had to fill up my small 5-seater car, that's a hybrid. That cost me 55 to almost 60 quid. People are spending much more than that for a standard 55-litre family car. That's a similar family car there. How much are you spending, say, every month?
Well, it's very, very cheap actually on electric cars. So, for example, that one is around £10 to top up. And when you think about it, you know, a car of similar size, it will easily cost you around £80. Yeah. So, yes, huge savings.
£10? £10 to fill up your car on pure electricity then. In terms of what impact that's having on electricity costs, that is going to be rising for you, isn't it? The electricity, in terms of how much you're using, is going up, and that comes at a cost.
I have to say we have been actually extremely lucky because we're on a fixed tariff, so we actually haven't felt the increase. And also with electric cars, if you if you have a supermarket nearby that has an EV charger, you can actually charge your car for free in there as well. So,
do you get the same amount of distance from it though?
Yeah, well, it depends, of course, on the battery that you have in your car. But if you have a big enough battery, of course, you know, for example, this car you can get up to 318 miles. So yeah, you can.
You say you've been extremely lucky in terms of the fact that you're on a fixed term tariff. Just talk to me about where you are, though. Do you feel lucky where you are here in Altrincham? It's that we went to the high street earlier. It's still bustling with shops. Things are still open. What is it about this place that kind of brought you here in the first place?
Oh, definitely. I think that Altrincham is amazing. I actually lived in London for 2.5 years, and I describe Altrincham as a little London in the northwest. It really feels like a little London with all the coffee shops, things to do. And yeah, the sense of community really is amazing, yeah.
It is amazing, and it's right, we were at a coffee shop earlier, and there is that little sense, like when you go and see these suburban areas in London. I quite like the way that you described it, kind of a bit of London here in the northwest. Exactly. Quite hilarious that you've got an electric car that's right next to a local independent petrol station as well. We're going to be chatting again about fuel a bit later. In terms of the cost of living, though, things going up, it is clearly having an impact on you and the car that you have. It's good to chat to you, Steve. We're going to leave it there, but nice to chat to you on your doorstep here on GB News. Thank you very much, Steve. That's Steve. He's just getting ready, by the way, to go out for work. This is what we're doing, chatting to people literally on their doorstep this morning, finding out what matters to them.
We love it, Bradley. We'll see you again shortly. Thanks for that.